If you're in or around the cold email space, you've probably seen the new email sender guidelines that are rolling out February. Now, a lot of people are saying, oh my God, cold email is going to be gone forever. I'm not going to get any clients. What do I do? All right, stop tripping. Stop freaking out. They're not going anywhere. Cold email is not going anywhere. And if anything, cold email is about to be doing better than it ever has before, because all this does is decrease spam. That's all it does at the end of the day. Now, I've got highlighted right here that this is only going to require people who send 5,000 or more messages a day to Gmail accounts. Now what that means is if you do 1,000 to Outlook and then 4,000 to Gmail, or flip it around, however you want to do it, as long as you don't hit 5,000 Gmail accounts a day, the one change, the one difference between all senders versus people who send more than 5,000, you don't have to do, which is a one-click unsubscribe, which I would still have because, let's be honest, everybody wants to make sure and have that choice of unsubscription, but it's still a good thing to do regardless, right? So let me stop talking about it. Let's go ahead and get right into it. This is for all senders. These are requirements for all senders, right? So you have to have your SPF and DKIM authentication for your domain, right? So that's going to be set up when you set up your domain, and regardless if you do cold email, regardless if you do ecom email, whatever it is, if you do email, you need to have this because it looks good for Google when you're sending things out. Say you don't have an incredibly long email history and you just started it. You can't just start sending these things. But setting up SPF and DKIM and allowing yourself to start getting emails and then sending some back, regardless of how it is, maybe you're just doing it between friends, it makes your emails look great to Google, right? Now that we've gotten that out of the way, you need to also, while you're doing the SPF and DKIM things, you need to do your DNS records. That's your TXT files. That's everything on the DNS side, and that's going to be through whoever you bought your domain from, whether that's GoDaddy, Shopify, whatever it is. You need to set that up as well so that everything can be tracked, right? Now, once you do that, I've never had to worry about a TLS connection. I'm pretty sure this is all automatic, but your TLS connection is basically the encryption, right? So no one can really like hack it and intercept the messages and everything. I don't know too much about that. I've never had to worry about that, but if you want to look it up more, don't listen to me. Go look it up. Look up what a TLS connection is for email and really do a deep dive into that, because it's definitely information that you need to know, especially moving forward with this. Like, all this information is pretty much need to know, but as long as you know it, you're going to be good moving forward. Now, this is one that I'm really excited to talk about, right? So you need to keep below a 0.1 spam rate and never be over a 0.3. Now, as an email marketer who specifically works with e-commerce brands, this is a must. Like, this is already something that I do. If it gets over 0.1%, I'm purging anybody who has not interacted with an email in the last 100 days, and we're getting those spam rates back down, right? So for them to already add that into the notes, I haven't looked anything before, but I know for this to be in the notes, this is incredible, right? And as soon as you hit over 0.3, this is basically saying you're getting blacklisted, right? Now, of course, you want to make sure you keep under 0.1, but try to keep it as close to 0 as possible, right? Because no one wants to be in the spam. If you're sending out emails and you're ending up in the spam, no one's gonna open your emails. No, I don't even look at my spam. I just clear it every once a month. So make sure you're not ending up in the spam. Make sure you're on top of this. This you need to watch very closely, especially when you're first starting whatever you're doing. Whether that's, like I said, e-com email, cold email, hell, even email for information products. Whatever it is, whatever email you're doing, you need to make sure, because this is probably the most important one. This is what will get you blacklisted. This is what will ruin your email marketing, regardless of what it is. This is to be said from before, and this is to be said moving forward. Regardless of what's going on, this will ruin your email marketing, and this is something that I personally stand by. That's why I'm stressing it so much. Right? Now, I've never had any problems with this. This is pretty much, from what I know, all automatic. All this stuff that I use already does all of this. Yeah, this is normal stuff, you know. That's the standard, right? They call it the standard for a reason, right? So that's what your HTML looks like. See, HTML, PDF, all that, TXT. So that, you really don't have to worry about that as long as you're using the normal email marketing softwares, you know, Klaviyo. Like, as long as you're not hand doing it in HTML or anything other than that. Like, I don't even think you can do it in anything else, but I don't really pay too much attention to that. So just like the TLS, don't listen to me for that. Look it up if you want more information on that. But this is another big one. Don't impersonate Gmail. Like, I feel like that's a given, but you will go into DMARC quarantine for that. I don't know what DMARC quarantine is. I assume it's close to a blacklist, right, for email. If you get blacklisted, you don't want to be blacklisted, right? You won't ever end up anywhere out of the spam box. So let's keep away from that quarantine zone. But other than that, that's really it. So ARC messages, ARC headers are whenever you forward a message, basically where you can see the rest, basically what you forwarded, right? So as long as you press forward on Gmail, you don't have to worry about that. Now, this is for people that are sending over 5,000 messages a day, right? You've already got everything that I went over, but you've also got this right here, the one-click unsubscribe. If you don't have a one-click unsubscribe already, you're behind and you need to add one. But with this, you need to have one or you're going to get blacklisted. If someone reports you to Google and enough people say, hey, they don't have a one-click unsubscribe, or email the text that you do not have a one-click unsubscribe, you're going to get blacklisted. Now, I assume you're going to be able to appeal these if you're like, hey, I just didn't notice, or it wasn't working, or whatever it is. But these things need to be done if you're not already doing them, right? If you're not doing one of these things, I suggest you have 20-something days to get this fixed. I suggest you get it fixed ASAP, because this is not going to be something that you're going to want to miss, right? Like, not one of these things are going to be something that you want to miss. These are all things that you want to have in check, especially moving forward, and it's going to do wonders for you, because you're going to end up in the inbox a hell of a lot more, which means you're going to have more open rates, you're going to have more click rates, you're going to have more sales, everything. It's all going to be better as long as you follow these guidelines. So like I said at the start of this video, if you don't already have all of these things done, do them. And stop freaking out, because this is not the end of the world for cold email. And this is not the end of the world for email marketing as we know it. You're good. Alright, just make sure all these are in check. I'll catch y'all in the next video. Watch a lot of my shorts. Leave a like and subscribe. I appreciate it.